Hey guys, we're here playing Haas Bioroid, Director Haas. This opening hand, not a huge fan of it really. I think I'm gonna mull this, though I could get a worse hand. We're gonna try mulling. Okay, this is actually a little better. Let's get an ice, please. Okay, or not. Wow. Just wow. Well, first hand was definitely better. We now have 8 points in our hand. Oh geez, turn 1 Desperado. Yep, we lose. That's fine. Probably just run twice more and get 2 more agendas. Well, he sees the Ash, so we're gonna lose our only protection. Maybe we don't. He might not have much money. No, he's gonna trash it. He's looking for operations. We could have let him have one of the hedge funds, I guess. Wow, he sees Haas. That's actually the best possible outcome here. Interesting. Well, could have gone better on the mull, but given that he ran and has Desperado, our other 2 Vitruvius are currently safe. Can I get a piece of ice? That's hilarious. We're gonna dump both of these. Okay, well, we have a little bit of money at least. Yeah, that Desperado turn 1 is going to do a ton of work for him. I think literally any other ice in our deck would be better than this Ichi right now. Yeah. All the rest of our ice are architects or have end the run. There goes restructure. Oh well. Yeah, we're gonna send back those 2 Vitruvius and probably our Ash. Ash is gonna be good to us. Thank God for Jackson Howard is all I can say. Oh man, really another beta test. We're gonna just have to keep drawing then. Booth, yeah, that's probably reasonable at this stage in the game. It's a little expensive, but if we can knock $3 out of him, that does set him back. So now the decision is, do we bleed R&D accesses, or are we going to set up this Eve campaign with the Eli? I guess we could have just bluffed, put in the Ichi down, and he might not have run. I mean, I would probably face check it, but I guess he's scared of Architect. Destroys my hedge fund. No. We're not even playing that many operations. We have 6. But he's already hit 2 of them. All right, now we're getting somewhere. Now we're getting somewhere. Architect is not actually very good right now. So I will put it on the R&D and not res it yet. So let's look for an opening to put this Director Haas down. We probably mimic. Okay. Well, where's the booth? So now the Ichi is activated, which is not the worst. I'm going to let him through here. It's his 4th action, so he can't trash an operation and run again. I don't want to res this Eve campaign. Because we're going to need to get our money from our assets this game. Wrap around. A fine ice at this moment. Let's draw. Okay. Kind of want to just play the Ichi over the R&D. Is that crazy? And the Architect is not actually that great. And if we can snap his Mimic, that would be pretty great. He has 2 clicks, so you can let him through. Hope he goes again afterwards. I guess the other Director Haas in the deck. Pays 5 for it though, so really it's like a super NAPD. It's not the worst. Oh, he's gonna run. Yep. Trash it. So the thing here is now that Ichi's turned off again, we still need to just keep him out of our servers for a little while. Doesn't even access. That's weird. There's no reason not to access there. Alright, let's get another toll booth. Can't really use that. Can sacrifice the Adonis to distract him. I think we just dig deeper. Get another Eve. Director Haas. We're pretty far from being able to use Director Haas efficiently. Classic Octagon. sure how else you can do that. Probably... I'm not sure. Yeah, so let's think what we're going to go with this. We temporarily have a secure server, but we have an Eve campaign in it. Which I guess is fine. We're going to be able to play another Eve campaign out here. We do have an Ash, which we can eventually use. We have a toll booth. So we can either make a toll booth remote or put the toll booth on R&D and just bunker down and not score for a long time. Or even at some point trash the wraparound to play toll booth Eli in a server. Excuse me. We have our third Jackson, so if we use Jackson already, we're not going to see another one. He's probably going to run here, run archives, run here, but that's probably fine for single accesses. Clicks past the trace. I think that's clearly wrong. I mean, he has a link already. He can afford to just pay. Gonna go kill the Adonis, which is fine. He doesn't have much economy at all. Like just the Desperado, which was pretty lucky, honestly, but it's only a buck here and there. So if he does pay out to trash things, he's gonna leave us an opening. Yeah. So we gotta send back beta test and APD, and probably Adonis campaign, because the hedge fund's going to get trashed from Centrals, knowing my luck. We'll leave Director Haas in there. Really, she's just not very good, but I like to try it out. Okay, so we're going to be at $5. We're going to be able to install our choice of Jackson or the Eve. Of course, we draw an agenda immediately. I think we just click for money, and then we can play Restructure next turn. So we don't have to res either of these. We probably do have to res one of these. Yeah. Gets the Ash again, but he's still poor. Still clicking through that Ichi trace. Alright. Kind of doing that in the wrong order, but whatever. Yeah, so he's checking everything diligently, so I won't try to sneak this agenda out. Because he is checking it. As well he should with Desperado, you might as well check it. You cannot actually trash it. And we're going to leave it unresed for the moment and just play Restructure. What? Nope, can't do that. Pew, boonk. All right, there is a Eli. That's pretty good for the R&D. So I don't hate clicking for credits here. Or for credit, I guess. We're certainly down, but not out. If we can get enough money to have a real remote, like with an Ash and everything in it. And his rig is very delayed. Killing the Mimic was pretty good for us, because we're playing more Architects and more Ichis. I assume he's got Suckers to support the Mimic, so it was good to kill it when we could. Otherwise you don't get a chance. He's running for Archives, nothing in there. Oh, just install the shard or something? Nope, just wants $1. Guess it would stop. Nothing. Subliminals. Installs David. Interesting. So our toll booth loses to David, but it still pays 3, so it's fine. Do you think he's playing Shutdown or anything like that? It's really the big question. With him on $1, it gives us a window to res this. Let's think about this Architect. Do we want to... play the toll booth here or the Architect here? I think we want the Architect here. And this remote is probably not gonna cut it. I don't know though. Oof. Let's just hang tight for a turn. I think he's poor enough that I don't need to ice this Eve campaign up. Or at least the time he gets his money back. Okay. This is kind of strange because now he has to click through the Ichi, or he's gonna bounce off probably. He just wanted the res, perhaps. But this could have been Architect. He would have been far ahead at that kind of case. Paying his clicks. What? Yeah, this does not work. He's thinking of Ichi 2.0 perhaps. Yeah. So I think Ichi 1 is currently much better than Ichi 2 because it doesn't get beat by David. And it costs less. Like, you're getting most of the effect for $3 less. Can't see the damn cards. I don't know what this thing is. Didn't run my architect. What a shame. Well, let's think. Do we use our last Jackson Howard to throw away our agendas? Or I think we just set up for scoring remote. Yeah, it seems fine. So once this Eve campaign runs out, we can stick the Vitruvius in there. Could even over advance it if we want. Face plants into the architect. Okay. Top 5 cards of R&D. We're going to see Viper, Adonis, Vitruvius, Tollbooth, and Beta Test. Okay. Let's install Viper. And let's install from Archives, which would probably be Ash. This is going to be awesome. Just stick an Ash right on top of our HQ here. Firing Architect is so satisfying. I think it's just amazing. You get to get a card from or get a credit from HP's ability, and getting this Ash of the trash is amazing. Why is he running the archives? Is there some benefit for successful runs? Or he just isn't looking to see? I don't know. Another Adonis, and with this Eve just sticking, we're now comfortably ahead. Alright, we're going to click for money, I think. So if we do advance our Vitruvius, we can get just more hedges or more restructures. So what we end up doing is paying a click and a credit for the advancement token, and then we can another click. So we're paying 2 clicks for 4 that way. That's not the worst, but it's not the best either. What is he doing? Oh boy. I have no idea what he's doing there. Probably want to res the Adonis. Yeah, I think I've got enough money to afford this, to res it, and res the Viper, and still res these guys. Should have 3. All right, so I think this kind of shows the big weakness of Edward Kim. You're so dependent on your opponent playing operations that they care about. So every deck will have Hedge Fund, but every deck also has Jackson. So thinking about Edward versus Wizard, the average deck at this point probably has more assets and upgrades in them. So he's just going for single shots at the R&D. Which costs him a lot of money, really. All right, is the top card? We knew that from the Architect. Yeah, my bad. That was pretty sloppy. Really curious what he's meant to use for economy, because he just doesn't have any. I think the only money he's got in this game has been clicking for credits, one Sure Gamble, and the Desperado. I guess he's mostly playing 3 Desperados. There's also one in the mid already. 3 Desperados. Celebrity gift. Sure. Do we want to play this? Well, we have the Ash. Let's actually just play on the R&D. There's no point allowing him to have any more accesses. Something I'd like to see a little more in the game coming in the future from the future design is encouraging you to actually ice multiple remotes. Because currently in the game it's best to have either 1 or 0 remotes. Because your ice is better concentrated in one place than spread out. To go against that, you almost need to have some ice that says, like, if it's the only ice on the server, it gets a bonus. Or it's, you know, +1 strength for each other remote you have with ice on it. Like, you can do it any way you want with the card text. I think this sticks, right? Yeah, this does. But it would be cool to see a little more horizontal play that isn't just like hub asset spam. Alright, so we get Cyberdex, which is not really relevant in this matchup yet, but it could be in the future. So you notice I've been advancing the Vitruvius once. The advantage of doing that is you can install the next turn and get another credit. Whereas if you just install one turn, you get a credit, but then when you do your triple advance, you don't get a credit. It also means you have an extra action if you want to instead address a threat somewhere. And it makes your stuff look like NAPDs, so the runner might often think, well, if it's NAPD, I can't get it, so I won't even try. If you consistently single advance your stuff, then it's hard for them to know what's what. Parasite comes down on the Enigma. Pretty much what you'd expect. So we currently don't need any more money. We can use this Cyberdex thing to purge, which could be interesting. I wonder if he would check a remote if I just installed this here. I want to see if he would. Probably not, because if it was something good, we'll have to just put it behind the ice. But maybe he can't resist the free Desperado check. Right, he's going to get $1 from it. In any event, I probably just let this Enigma die and put the Viper on top of the server, which is kind of expensive, but I have a lot of credits now because he didn't contest my assets. You can tell a really strong player because they will generally just get rid of all your assets and you will have no money. Whereas a weak player won't do anything and then you'll just rampage on them. There's a wrap around. It's kind of ironic that these are bad against David. And again, like the double advance on the NAPD allowed us to install this and gain $1 from Haas Bioroid. When you play this idea, like always be thinking about ways to maximize your triggers. Like you want to do it every turn if possible, and then maybe even on your opponent's turn with, you know, Architect. Or there's a few other ways you could do it. Wow, so plays the Yogg now. Doesn't really have the money. Gonna lose a click. Oh yeah, he can break this. I don't know why he's running on $2. It's not close to enough. What is he doing right now? He's just jacking out and keeping his action. I guess he wants to force the res, but that's not really good against HBIs because so many of them have an effect when they're encountered. Quite happy with Viper these days. It's really good against Max because it costs, 4 for Eater. It has Trace 3s, which are strong against a zero-link runner. It does a few things that are good. So let's wrap this up. Should be fine. No matter what. Whoa. I guess I could double advantage just to make sure that he wasn't going to pull some like weird source or Chicana thing on me. But typically that's not needed. He's just so poor he can't do anything. I guess he has Armitage. He just needs to put more money in his deck. I think that's the main thing. So, I don't know. Our deck was kind of doing its job. As soon as you get those money assets to stick, you just pull so far ahead. So he was totally a new player. We don't get many points, but we'll carry on to game 2. Thanks for watching.